how are humans connected to nature? Let's try to understand that. If we try to understand ourselves beyond this form we carry, if we try to understand ourselves beyond this body that we look at, right? If we try to understand ourselves as energy, that we are energy beings, then this earth, this environment, this nature becomes an ocean, and we are that drop of the ocean. Now every drop that comes out of ocean carries the essence of that ocean. It is not separate, it carries the same DNA. Let's understand it by an example closer home. If you are born to your parents, it's understood that you're going to carry their genes, their DNA, right? Which means you might carry certain physical ailments also from them. You might carry their pain also from them. Not only your mother or father, you will also carry genes from your grandmom, great grandmom, and further down this side, further down this side. Which means you carry essence of that collective, right, force, that collective source of energy. Same way, if you were to understand ourselves as beings who are constructed from certain material, we look at the elements, and these elements are exactly the same elements that nature is made up of. We are coming from there. We carry earth, we carry water, we carry fire, we carry wind, and we carry that spirit which nature carries, the nature spirit. If you ever take out time and sit in silence and talk to nature, talk to trees around you, plants around you, grass around you, you will realize that they also have language, but that language is more vibrational than words. So if you can tune yourself into that vibration, you'll be able to hear. It's very simple. We may hear a dog bark, but we might not hear a whale making a sound in the ocean, or the fishes making sound in the river flowing next to us, or even frogs in the ponds next to us. Maybe just 100 meters away from us, maybe just 2 meters away from us, we'll still not hear a lot of insects, and not because they're not communicating, but because we are not at that frequency, we are not aligned at that frequency. So we are part of nature, as a drop coming out of ocean is a part of that ocean, as we are part of our parents, the same genes, the same DNA, the same energy construct. Same way, now for example, in Sanatan Dharma, which one of the ancient practices of lifestyle spirituality, we normally give this body back to earth by burning it. Once the body is, or the spirit leaves, the soul leaves, the body goes back, you burn it, you put it on a pyre and you burn it. Why? Because all the elements go back. But why you're burning? You're letting the toxins not go back into the earth. You're burning all the toxins. In fact, there is a practice called rainbow monk, which a lot of Buddhist monks, from the ancient school of Buddhism also practice. And there is a lot of information available out there on the net if you were to search for it. They consciously, in their living state, start to shrink their body. And they shrink their body so a 6 feet monk can actually become a baby-sized monk. It's a conscious letting go of attachment to the elements around you, so you can just exist as pure light form in spirit. Anything that is made out of elements has a cycle of life and death, which means everything gets created in its purest form, but then absorbs all the toxins, everything like water around us, soil around us, earth around us. absorbs all that toxins, absorbs all that waste. Now that has to get disintegrated. Once it reaches a point where it loses its essence, it starts to lose that essence, is when the death happens. So the same elements can be rejuvenated. So there is nothing that dies, because energy doesn't die. Every element has an energy. Our connection to nature is not something that you can put in words. That's my understanding. You have to feel it. Energy is also feeling. You have to feel, like how telepathy. You don't need words, you don't need actions, you don't need movement. But what you essentially need is a feeling. You want to connect with nature, you want to understand what kind of connection you have with nature. Sit out there, practice the language of silence, and you will realize that it is as deep as the connection you have with your mother, father, your family, your loved ones, or somebody you love, your partner. It's in fact deeper than that. So my answer to this particular question is going to be, it's something that cannot be explained. You have to go out there and experience it for yourself. What will work is the language of silence.